97-year-old Abdullah Salhani is a first-generation Palestinian refugee. He was born in the Arab port city of Akka, but at the age of 25, during the 1948 Palestinian exodus known as Nakba, he was forced to flee to the Shatila refugee camp in West Beirut.
طلع سنة 1948.
I left Palestine in 1948. Israel had carried out the massacre of Deir Yassin. We were told to leave and not take anything with us. They said you will be back in a week. We left and that was our final exit. First they placed us in tents, then in tin homes and later in the slums.
Even after the passing of more than 7 decades, Salhani still yearns to return to his home in Akka.
These are the keys to my house in my homeland Palestine. You think I would throw these away? Never. I would rather die there as a Palestinian than live here as a refugee.
من أعز الولد ولا الوطن؟
Mazen Sukkar is a third-generation refugee. He says labor restrictions imposed on refugees have prompted Palestinians to become more creative.
There are many motorcycles in the camp, but no cars, so I set up a motor wash. It doesn't make much, but we don't have a lot of options here.
Mazen says the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain signing normalization deals with Israel have dealt a harsh blow to the Palestinian cause.
When Arab states normalize ties with Israel, they are betraying the Palestinian cause and the right of return for Palestinians. But they can betray us all they want. Sooner or later, we will return to our homeland, and if we don't, our children will.
UN Palestinian Refugee Agency spokesperson Huda Samra says the socio-economic situation of Palestinian refugees in Lebanon has deteriorated since COVID-19.
They don't think that they can afford to not to go out and to go for work and to mingle and to leave their homes. They cannot afford other basic things like changing regularly their face masks, hand sanitizers, etc.
Samra says 24 Palestinian refugees have died of COVID-19, with around 1,000 contracting the virus. In the slums of refugee camps, social distancing, sanitizing, and quarantine are next to impossible. Ahmad Salhani knows that at his age, he is very vulnerable to the virus and will probably never see peace or return to his homeland. His hope is that his children and grandchildren will. The normalization of ties with Israel further exposes the widening cracks in Arab states' solidarity. However, refugees here insist that no peace deal in the world is going to shake their belief in their right to return home to Palestine. Altaf Ahmed, TRT World, Beirut.